Everyone dream about quitting their jobs. They dream of a life with no boss, no meetings, no workplace drama. So you can imagine waking up whenever you want, making money online, building businesses, traveling around the world, spending time with the family, or maybe your girlfriends, or maybe starting a YouTube channel. That, that was my dream too. I thought quitting my job would solve my problems. So in July 26, I actually did it. For the 3 years straight, I was working at the nail salon from 9 to 7 p.m. 7 days a week. No weekends, no days off. My routine was really simple. Waking up, go to work, come home, sleep, and repeat. At some point, I started asking myself, what if I just quit? What would I even do with all that free time? While working with a client, I would constantly stare out the windows, dreaming about the freedoms, meeting good people, and doing something meaningful with my life. The job paid decent money. I cover my tuition and build up my savings. So when I finally handed in my notice, I felt like the best decision I've ever made. I think so, yeah. Now, 3 weeks later, I asked myself a question I never thought I would ask. Was this a mistake? Did I just trade one set of problem for another? I assumed living would constantly make me happier, but instead, these past 3 weeks have been some of the most stressful of my life. To be completely honest, this is gonna be the straightforward videos for the first time since leaving the salon. I just want to share why I stopped making YouTube content for so long, and I address the most important questions. Has quitting actually made me happier? The answer is kinda complicated, I would say. Sometimes it feels amazing, the other times it's kinda rough. A lot of you watching probably dreaming of escaping the 9 to 5 grind. I want to warn you about what actually happened when you gotta take this path. I also want to share an update about my life over the last 3 years that might impact whenever I wanna doing this long term. This is gonna be my first time posting content like this outside gaming. So if you appreciate the honesty, so just please let me know with a like on the comments. It's really help. I also appreciate your work too, and I love to make more videos like this in the future. To understand where I am now, I need to explain how I ended up working in the nail salon in the first place. So from 22 to 23, I was a full-time computer science student. The life was perfectly good. I enjoyed coding, going to the Tech Expo, attending the conference, and study with the new friends. I had a lot of opportunity, nice balanced schedule, good health, a strong community where I felt respected, and I was really happy. 22-year-old guy, and almost finished with my bachelor degree. My plans was really simple: graduate, landing the jobs, build my career, and work in the tech company. I wanted freedoms. I wanted to connect with the good people, ambitious people on the company, and travel all around the world. So around that same time, I was in a relationship with a really pretty girl who I live in the other state. So we learned from each other, supported each other, and dream about the finally moving closer to build a life together. I was ready to work 100 times harder to make the relationship succeed, and then yeah, everything changed differently. So one summer, my cousin called asking me to move in with them and transfer to the school near their homes, saying it was a urgent. I asked my dad if I could stay 1 or 2 more semesters just to finish my computer science degree, but he told me just listen to them. Yeah, I hope my original plan and my cousin's expectations could fit together. I left my university and enrolled in the college near their place. Too bad they didn't offer a computer science programs, so I took the business degree as a backup plan. I figure I would finish the business degree and then transitions back to the tech. And then, however, the new environment lacked a lot of things I was looking for. Like there are no tech conference, there's no local networking, there's no internship. Shortly after, my cousins uh, tell me to work at their place, the family nail salon. They told me it would be a good way to cover the tuition fee and help support my parents. It's feeling like I had limited options, so I agree. The funny side, the funny side for you guys, learning about the nail care is actually the good way to impress your girlfriends. Not many guys care about that stuff, but if you do, she definitely appreciate that. For the starter, a standard polish set would come with 2 bottles: the regular polish in a glass bottle and the gel polish a uh, in another bottles. Working non-stop for the for 2 or 3 months give me enough money to pay for a semester of the school. I enjoy working with my clients and build great relationship with them. I also love working alongside with my coworker. Her name is T. She was a incredible nail tech artist and took the time to teach me how to do it. I genuinely wanted to do the good job, raise the quality of our work, and help my cousin's business grow. Most clients love chatting and sharing story, which ending up improving my communications, small talk, deep talk, and active listening skill. Uh, the other side is I couldn't handle the have complex acrylic or the liquid gel design due to the sinus issues. I learned the basic line art, like I'm making a bow, like a small little bow, and the friend tips also. Whenever a client asks for the advanced design, I would hand them over to Tien. She honestly saved me a lot of many times. Thank you, Tien. And after a year and a half, something changed differently. My cousin and I had a completely different view on the customer service and professional boundary. I wanted, I want our focus to be entirely on the client rather than, you know, gossiping or taking personal call from during the appointment. Uh, just because we operated in a small town, the drama felt, kind of intense. We end up getting into the argument right in front of the customer. It was deeply embarrassing, and the constant tensions began taking a really heavy toll on my mental health. There were only 4 of us working there, but The conflicts left me feel burnout and very overwhelmed over time. The turning point hit home one evening. I came home early and I called my girlfriend, wanting to share some good moment from my day. But by the time went on, she just realized something. She found out that I was working in a nail salon instead of the doing my IT internship. So we I felt deeply misunderstood and unsupported. But shortly after, things fell apart and we broke up. And just like that, the futures and the dream we had spent years planning together disappeared. After the breakup, I just realized that it was the biggest wake up call for me. It was really hard, and it made me realize something fundamental. I had completely lost sight of who I was and where I was going. I was letting people deciding my life, stay in a toxic work environment just to keep the peace, and sacrificing my own mental health in the process. A lot of things just going through in the last 3 years. So I decided enough was enough. I finally stood up for myself. So one in a Sunday evening, I sat down with my cousin and everyone to the barbecue party and told them I was leaving. No more drama, no more screaming matches right in front of the customer, and no more putting my life on hold. Shortly after that conversations, I officially walked out of the nail salon for the last time. Just because I worked 7 days a week for so long, I managed to save up enough money to buy myself time. For the first time in 3 years, I don't have to panic about waking up tomorrow for the job that changed my soul. I had enough of a buffer to give myself a real break, breathe, and figure out my next move. Living was just about quitting the jobs. It was about reclaiming my own narrative. So I'm finally rebuilding my life from scratch. So I'm getting back into creating content, recentering my focus on my original goals, taking control of my futures again. It's kind of scary. I don't have all the answer right now, but standing up for myself and walking away was the real step toward building a life that I can actually be proud of. Thank you guys for listening to my story. If you ever stuck in a situation where you had to choose between pleasing others and choosing yourself, just please let me know in the comment. I'll see you